Hey there, friends! I was a weird kid. I wasn't the weird who were interested in topics people weren't normally interested in. I was the weird who would sit in a corner not because they didn't have friends, but just because they preferred the corner over those friends. And I had an obsession with these things called treasure troll dolls. So one day I'm on the internet and I find these miniature ones which are about like an inch tall with the hair included. And of course, what do I have to do? Buy them. So a week later, they arrive, there's about 6 of them, and what do? Bring them to school. I was like a helicopter mom with these things. I knew where every single one was at every single moment of the day. And I decided to take a large step and lend one of them to my friends. That was a very big step for me. That was like a hurdle. It was like a Grand Canyon of steps. I guess you could say it was more of a jump with momentum. So after school, there's this thing called EC, which is where your kid would be sent if you couldn't pick them up right after school. And I was sitting there with my friends in EC, not in the corner, and I started to get a little bit nervous. I was worried that the friend I'd lent my troll to, Elliot, would lose it. Elliot had a fencing class after school that day, and I knew where it was on campus. The only major part I didn't know was how to get there. So I gathered one of my friends, and what do? Leave. We just left. And so we're wandering around this gigantic ass campus trying to find his fencing class. And when we finally do, it's been at least half an hour. And so we get back and the EC people are like, where were you? And of course I thought that looking for my troll was a perfectly logical explanation for leaving without telling anybody where you were going. And so soon enough, I'm sitting in the one and only Miss Fitz's office. You know what she does? She does her stare. The stare where she's looking into your soul through your eyes. It's kind of like she pries open your eyes and sticks a camera down there like they do with your butt cheeks sometimes. And then she just searches your soul. And it is the darkest thing you will ever experience. She just looks at you and you know she's doing it. And you feel haunted, you feel empty inside. And she looks down at her clipboard, starts writing something. And then she asks the question, why? Now, I went through my explanation, and she did not believe it. It's exactly what happened, and I realized, like a year later, that I probably should have told someone where I was going. So my friend and I were banned from EC for like a month or 2, and we had to sit outside this person's office. I think it was the lady who ran it. And ironically enough, it wasn't really a punishment for us because she had the nicest couch on the planet. It was the most comfortable thing ever, and that's where we had to sit. So I guess you could say, Miss Fitz lost this battle.